Welcome aboard North Andover. I'm your host, Gabby Griffiths, and it's time for the latest edition of your North Andover Journal. The North Andover Scarlet Knights hosted the Methuen Rangers on their last home game of the regular season. Methuen got off to a big early lead, but North Andover got a couple of quick scores late to get within striking distance. Did the Knights finish the courageous comeback? As the old saying goes, let's go to the tape.
Tight end on the right. Eason throws, touchdown. Severio double reverse, looking to throw, has 13 all alone. He was part of the original reverse, and the trickeration Ranger style results in a second score for Methuen. Offensive lineman Lawrence has the ball. A reverse left-handed pass to a wide open touchdown score. Co-captains, 4 co-captains on the team. And there's a ball wide open in the middle. Nobody. Number 7, tackle there made by Pinto. Hunter Scott, the blocker. There it is. North Andover stopping, and how about that? O'Connell pushing the runner forward and then signaling with both hands the score. And in motion, quarterback with the ball pitches wide. North Andover, spectacular. Okay, rolling out, throws downfield, and it's caught. And running still with the ball and out of bounds, but sensational. Oh no! The worst that could possibly happen. They snap it there. There's a knee. 25 seconds. The final score is in the books. North Andover short 4 points. A score.
The Knights did make the Division II playoffs in this season, but lost their first game in Natick 31-21. We also have a quick note about this year's installment of the Andover North Andover Thanksgiving Classic. It has been moved to Tuesday, November 23rd at 7:30, and it is going to be held at Fenway Park. Yes, you heard me right. This year it will be the Golden Warriors and the Scarlet Knights in the shadow of the Green Monster. So stay tuned to the Journal for more coverage of this very special game. On Tuesday, November 9th, North Andover seniors, select board, committee members, state representatives, and more celebrated a very exciting day, the groundbreaking of North Andover's new senior center. And it really was an exciting day filled with lots of speeches, lots of shoveling, and appreciation for everyone who played a part in making all of this happen.
I'm happy to welcome you to the groundbreaking of our long-awaited senior center. It's very exciting. We've had a lot of ups and downs the last 2 years, and we're very excited to be here today with all of you. I want to thank Andrew, Bernadette, Jillian, Sarah, Paul, and DPW for setting us up today, making sure the site was safe. Obviously, this is a very exciting day for all of us.
This is a senior center that is going to allow for our elderly population here in North Andover not just to survive, but to thrive. And coming off of the heels of this pandemic, we know that things like not just physical health, but mental health as well, in making sure that you can actually make contact with friends and loved ones from throughout the community, have access to activities and to even these ice cream socials that we all love to host. It's really important. It's really important to make sure that our elderly folks in our communities can stay connected with one another regarding that physical and mental health, those components. So I'm excited about this great building opportunity, for continued partnership. But what I really just want to say again and again is thank you so much to everybody for your partnership with the state delegation. This couldn't be done without us all working together.
From 2018 we started this project, and it was just on paper, and we are I can't believe it finally happened. That the town has stepped up, and the architect stepped up. Everybody was there to support us and keep this project moving forward through COVID and all the other issues that have come up through the last 3 years, and many town managers as well. So that I'm very grateful that I was asked to come back today, and I really love the community, and I miss my seniors, and I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you.
I just want to first and foremost thank the residents of North Andover for their support of this and the tax dollars that are going into this. I promise you that we will be great stewards of this building, and the staff will do North Andover proud in the services and the programs that we'll provide going forward. It's going to be a great opportunity for residents to come in, to socialize, to learn new things, to exercise, and to just experience life and one another. And we're very pleased that we can move forward and provide that. And it's going to go so quickly. Once we get into that building, you're going to feel like we've always been there. It will, before we know it, we're going to be packing boxes and moving in. I know how quickly it's going to go, and getting ready to just get there. And I can't imagine it.
If you want to watch the full Senior Center groundbreaking ceremony, you can do so on our CAM Access channel, which is Comcast 22, Verizon 24, or for our Verizon subscribers, our HD channel, which is 2124. Today, North Andover celebrated our veterans with a beautiful parade and ceremony. North Andover CAM was there to cover it all and was lucky enough to capture some interviews with some of our very own North Andover veterans.
There's a common misconception that Veterans Day is the day to honor all veterans who have served, who are serving, who have lost their lives serving. But the reality of it is Memorial Day is reserved for those that have fallen, and that's when we honor them. In June, there's Armed Forces Day that honors those that are still serving, and Veterans Day really honors all those that have served. So the town has two observances that we put on every year at the Patriotic Observance Committee. The first one is Memorial Day, and the second one is Veterans Day. So today we are about to start our Veterans Day observance and ceremony. Today is very important because we are bringing the parade back for the first time since before the COVID pandemic. So we are very excited by that. We did have Memorial Day live in person at Ridgewood this past May. However, there was no parade because the restrictions still really hadn't been lifted for public gatherings to amount enough that we could actually bring out the parade in force again. So we're very excited this year that the parade is back.
We'll be marching from here to the library where the World War I memorial is, which we just had repaired. There was a couple of things had to be fixed on it. One of the guys that wanted something fixed was his grandfather's name. It took 100 years to get it corrected. And he's going to be there for the correction. So afterwards, everybody is invited to the VFW. There's an open bar noon to 1, and there's usually food for the kids upstairs, hot dogs, pizza, so they all have a good time. My grandfather and my father, World War II veterans, and my father was past commander of the post, and I beat him. He was commander twice, and now I'm 3 times. Now they gave their time, and they had the harder war, I think, than anybody else. Vietnam was hard, but it helped get things for these guys that went to Fallujah and went to Iraq and Afghanistan. They had better equipment just from what we designed in Vietnam. So, but this is all these guys that gave their lives, and just have to remember them.
The full North Andover Veterans Day ceremony will be available for viewing within the following week on our GovCam channel, which is Comcast 8 and Verizon 26. And to all of our veterans, happy Veterans Day and thank you for your service. Well, it took a few tries, but the Johnson North Andover High School Athletic Hall of Fame was finally able to induct its 2020 honorees on Saturday, October 30th. These honors go to those individuals who have served the North Andover athletic program with distinction, be they players, coach, or community contributors. a reception was held at the high school, followed by a banquet at D. Burroughs in Bradford, and our cameras were there.
I'd like to thank you all for showing up tonight to honor our most outstanding athletes, coaches, teams, and athletic community contributors. This Hall of Fame was started in 1982 by, God bless him, Bill McAvoy, and we've continued the process since then. Tonight, we are honoring 5 individual outstanding athletes, 2 highly motivated and involved, dedicated community contributors, a most successful teacher, coach, and a hockey team, an elite hockey team. We gather here tonight after 3 postponements, and we're glad we're finally getting the chance to celebrate and have these people honored for our 2021 class.
I'm grateful for the fact that we actually have the opportunity to honor these people tonight, and that only comes from when people submit nominees. And then those nominees, the nomination papers you can find at the high school website under athletics. It's an opportunity for you to recognize a team, an individual. We really need to do a better job of getting the word out on my end. Something that's very important to me that I'd like to make sure we get the word out. I think through our CAM studios, they're working with us collaboratively to make sure that we can capture nights like tonight and get the word out. Anyone from our past, good, bad, or indifferent, we can make sure that we can recognize the people that need to be recognized. So, one thing that's important to me is that with this Hall of Fame is that right now, the only place that you can actually see the people who have been honored is if you're actually in the high school. So we're working on a project to digitize all of the nominees and try to make that available on the website. It's super important for us to have this because this is part of our past, and it's just the conversations tonight and how important it is to some of our members of the class of 1955 or anywhere in between. And just it's an opportunity for them to kind of see the faces and the names and the stories and the records that they set when they were here. It's just part of who we are as North Andover, and I'd really like to make sure that we get the word out about this and find a way to embrace it, but make it more special. Make more people are aware of who's in here and who maybe should be in here.
This event was actually scheduled originally for April of 2020, but due to the COVID pandemic and restriction, it had to be postponed multiple times. So I'm really glad that we got to be there to get the inside scoop and show you all the ins and outs of this great event. The North Andover Public Schools leadership has embarked on an ambitious program to bring its older school buildings into the 21st century. This program includes major renovations for many school buildings and, in one case, the construction of almost a new school. Recently, the district has been attempting to educate the public on overall plans for the project and have held a series of public forums at the schools in question.
In days past, the school experience was described through the use of what was colloquially referred to as the 3 R's, namely reading, writing, and arithmetic. The North Andover Public Schools are looking to add another couple of R's to that description: renovation and reconstruction. The school system and the town are planning a series of construction projects that will upgrade many local schools and, in one case, build an almost completely new building. As part of the process, a series of public forums have been held in the schools named in the plan, forums in which parents and residents as well as staff can learn more about the project. One of these forums was recently held at the North Andover Senior Center, and afterwards, we got to talk to School Superintendent Dr. Greg Gilligan, as well as Assistant Superintendent for Finance and Operations, Dr. James Mealy. They explained the process to us.
The planning process has been in the works for quite some time now. The school committee this September, after a lengthy review last year from several stakeholders, brought information to the school committee so they could make a vote and a recommendation on projects moving forward to Facilities Master Plan 2 and that committee.
The school committee commissioned a subcommittee chaired by Holly Vitsky Lynch called the School Capacity Subcommittee. That group met many times starting last year and also conducted a lot of research, but also community surveys, public forums, just gathering as much public input as possible to help inform the decision that would become the final recommendation to the school committee for these projects.
The project will address many of the needs of the school system, as outlined by the superintendent.
What are our needs and how do these really fit into a longer term plan so that we can continue to impact class size, become ADA compliant, provide the space and equity needed for 21st century learning, and also continuing to build so we can accommodate future growth.
Since mid-October, the department has held public forums at the schools involved in the plan: the Atkinson, the Franklin, the Kittredge, the middle school, and the Bradstreet Early Childhood Center. They also brought the plan before the Select Board. So far, the forums have gone smoothly, save for one detail.
We would definitely like these forums to be better attended. We had a great response to the surveys. We did a community survey and we did a staff survey. Tremendous response. We haven't had a lot of people coming out to the public forums, and not that that's a surprise. It's still early in the process. The purpose of these fall forums has been to let people know about the projects, what the recommendations are, ask questions.
But for those still seeking information on the upcoming process, Superintendent Gilligan advises the following.
We have some upcoming forums still left, and I would encourage anyone to go to our website at northandoverpublicschools.com, and right there on the main page, under Featured News, it's right at the top of the page. You click on it, and it has the forum dates, and it also has a link to the school capacity website and their own web page, which just has tremendous amounts of information.
You can see the coverage of each of these public forums on CAM-ED, our educational channel, on Comcast Channel 99 and Verizon Channel 28. It is also airing on our high definition channel, which is CAM-HD, and again, that is for our Verizon subscriptions on Channel 2124. Check out our program schedule at northandovercam.org for air dates and times. Here at the Journal, we are always on the lookout for a great North Andover news story or even a fresh new idea for a show, feature, or segment. So if you have any exciting ideas or news, please let me know by emailing me at the link below. We want to take a moment to shout out our sponsors that air the Journal every day. So if you ever find yourself hungry for a good meal, visit any of these locations and watch the Journal on their TVs as you enjoy some great local North Andover food. Thank you again for joining us, and be sure to keep an eye out for all future episodes. And from all of us here at the Journal, I'm your host, Gabby Griffiths, and thanks for watching.